Very good evening, friends and traders. Welcome back to my channel, Smart Index Edge. I'm Nalinakshi Swamy, analyzing the Nifty for tomorrow and based on the India VIX. India VIX, the reading was 10.12. Based on the India VIX, I've calculated the levels for tomorrow. Upper level to be daily high to be 25,340 and lower level to be 25,048 and weekly levels to be 25,534 and weekly low to be 24,828. Market was after this big bar around 10-15 bar, the market went sideways. It was a very choppy day. You can see over here. It was very hard for the intraday buyers, call buyers. It was very, see, you can see the wicks over here. It was very choppy. Finally, during 2:15, the market expanded to the upside, even though after expansion, you can see the wicks on the both the side. The market was very choppy. It was very hard for anybody to trade. Many people might have, because in one single bar, 5 minutes bar, it used to be so wide, 20 points within one single 5-minute bar. That was the scenario. And for keeping the stop loss also, it was very difficult. I don't know how people might have traded. It was very hard. Only one bar, this was the bar, morning, people had a very good trade. After that, it became choppy. Now, finally, it has ended in a narrow range bar. So, when it has ended in a narrow range bar, you need to mark this bar. This bar is very, very important. This is the narrow range bar. Let me change the color to, where is the color? Sorry. Color, let me change it so that we can identify very quickly what color shall I use. I'll use this color and make it dashed line. Okay. And let me put a lower level, the low of this bar, narrow range bar. So let me lock it so that it will not move away when I do analysis for tomorrow. It is very necessary. So any move above this level, 25,198, the market can move next level to 25,267. This is the next level. Sorry. I picked up a wrong tool. Let me pick up price label. This is the price label. 25,268. Upper boundary of this one is 25,000. Let me see what is the level. 25,194. Okay. If I use the magnet, probably, let me take it out. 25,000. If I place the cursor, exactly it will come. And the bottom of this label, let us mark, that is 25,160. So these are my boundaries. Let us see where the market has closed. 25,164. The last 15-minute candle is also a dozy. So, if the market starts moving higher above this, then initially it may take support around here, because the last last 15-minute candle is a bearish close. That means below the opening of this candle. So if the market starts taking support around 25,160, and if it starts moving above this, then you can see the market expanding to, it will leave the boundary, and it will leave the boundary and it will start moving higher. The 25,264 and 25,314. That will be so it is a narrow type of consolidation before the breakout. If it breaks out, it will break out very hard. Then we can anticipate. Let me measure the measured move. Okay, this is the measured. That is 150 points. Let me take out, and we can anticipate for 150 points. That is comes to exactly 25,268. Suppose if the market Nifty opens gap up, then that will be a big bar. Big bar alert. That is a wide range bar. Then market will go sideways. Again, this type of movement. Sideways, bus will stay over there and it has to get filled. So friends, note down all these levels for tomorrow. Tomorrow what you need to do is, you need to do mark all these levels 25,048 and 25,340, and this measured move level also you just mark it. I'm going to take it 25,268, and if the market starts within this range 25,000, it has closed near the bottom. Suppose if it opens here, or if it takes the liquidity beneath this candle and starts moving, then it is a confirmed move to the upside. So, friends, tomorrow these are the important levels, boundary 25,194 to 25,160. That is 34 points range that a dozy candle has formed and narrow range bar has formed. So you can anticipate for a explosive move. The trend suggests trend is intact. Gann, this is a block, consolidation block above the Gann HiLo, and inside this consolidation, pivot has risen. You can see the pivot, first pivot is 25,138 and it has moved to 25,151. So 25,151 is the important intraday support. It becomes an intraday support. One can watch for it. Any dip towards that and reversal, market will move higher to the 25,268, and it, even since it is tomorrow is Friday, it can move up to 25,300. Big expansion can happen in the market on Friday. It may close around the top of this one. So friends, this indicator is very beautiful. It is an universal indicator. It helps you to decide to take, long position as well as swing position for an investment, and also for intraday. It also helps for commodities, you name it, options. For options, it is a boon for the people. They can make money. Whoever taken this indicator from me, they are making profits. That is what I'm getting feedback. Actually, it gives immense pleasure actually for me after creating this beautiful indicator. If you have not got access to this indicator, you don't delay. You can message me on this number WhatsApp me on this number. It is a paid indicator. So you can message me for that. 98452 This is my number. You can message me and get access to the indicator. And it is a very beautiful. Before that, I'll show you, before closing, I'll show you one example of the swing trade. I had already mentioned, when I mentioned in my previous to previous video, that was Hindustan Zinc when it was around 448. Let me type it out. In stock, Hindustan Zinc. Let me go to daily. What made me to so I had already mentioned that this was the measured move like that. It has achieved that move. Anyway, now what made me to tell this? Because the trend was intact on September 26th September, the market gave a discount. It came around 447, exactly 447. And if you see over here, that was a pause in the market. It was going sideways, and this big bar was a trap candle. And not only this, that also made me to say that it is in uptrend, one can go long. I will take you to the weekly chart. When I take you to the weekly time frame, actually price was here consolidating, it was moving here. It was here. 448, I recognize this. This is a narrow consolidation bar. When you see the narrow consolidation bar on the weekly, and also price was above the weekly pivot. You can see, let me take out this. Price was above the weekly pivot. This was the weekly pivot, and the trend was intact. Gann HiLo, it had come down and it had popped up. That means it had shown an increment in the price. That is higher high. Let me take it like this, and it made an higher high. That was the thing. It caught my eye, and I showed in my video that you can go long from there. From 446, I told that Hindustan Zinc, you can select the stocks like this, and you can go long. You can go long for the swing trade. You can quarantine certain stocks like that. You can pick up the stocks like that. You can see for yourself from 448 to here, it has given you 15 percentage of profit. Let me go to the daily so that how many days it has gone, within how many days you have achieved 14 point. This was the day I mentioned on 26th September. Now it is 9th October. 21, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 days. With all the, 8 days means with the holidays, week, Saturday, Sunday considering, within 15 days, you have achieved 14.9 percentage in this stock. You could have invested for a swing, and you could have taken position here. Like this, you can identify, pick up the stocks from the bottom when they are turning around. For that, you need to see for that. For example, if I go for the INFI was coming down here. I am on the daily chart. See, last month, September, it is in a range. It moved higher and it came down. Now, at present, you could have picked up the stock around 1447, now 1520. 1447 to 1520 is 5 percentage. 4.68 percentage. You could have, if you could have entered little bit early by seeing the neutral bar over here. After the sell bar, it is a pause. When you see a neutral bar without any signal and also the pivots turning into gray, it is a change. So you need to mark the high and low of the candle next day. If it starts moving higher, you can go long. Like that, you can keep, even you can make a decision on the, let me remove the, sorry, remove drawings. Like that, correspondingly, you can see over here, sell bars were there and this was the pivot. The price had closed above the pivot on 7th October and next day it was a pause and you could have kept track of this call option. It was around 33 rupees. Now it has doubled, 67 rupees. So let me go to the, it is daily. Let me take you to the hourly, how you could have taken position with my indicator. Here, it was an imbalance, big bar. Hourly, it is a big bar. So 50 hourly, that day was a imbalance bar. Then you must remember the bus, big bar bus. Bus got emptied, it has to get filled up. So it is a pause. When bus has come down to pick up the passengers in this area, the pivot is holding. This is the pivot and price has consolidated beneath the pivot, but it is neutral. Why it has been plotted neutral? No signals because it is above the Gann HiLo, but it is below the pivot. The consolidation below the pivot and narrow range bars. You can mark when you see the narrow range bar, the whole thing you can mark. So if you go for these are the 3, 4, 5 bars, then you can change the time frame to 4 hours and you can mark the narrow bar. This is the bar. When you see that, if you mark the narrow bar on one day, because you need to track it, you need to do hard work for all these things. Yeah, no screener will give you all these things. With the help of my indicator, what you can do is quarantine. You can see when you saw a narrow range bar on the underlying, then you can go for so you should see for the break above 40.95 is your positive target for this call option, because it has consolidated. Pivot it is consolidated, it started climbing up. Once I'll change the time frame to hourly, you can see for yourself how this was a big bar. Immediately big bar has come, so nobody could have cashed. It is like that, big bus. Then you need to wait for the bar, bus to get filled, and it got filled the whole day, almost the whole day. It stayed in a range, and the next day expansion. You can see the first bar was a down bar but above the pivot. Pivot is rising. When the pivot is rising, you can see, you can mark all those things. This is a guideline. This is your stop loss. 49.9 is the stop loss, and the low made was 52.50. If you would have taken position here also or here in this area, you could have gained this much of profit. Or you can enter over here considering that it because Gann HiLo was trend was positive, but it had not climbed above the pivot. Once you can take your position considering as a consolidation, because here in the region of the buyers, this is the neutral bars. Neutral bars not coded for sell or not coded for buy. These are the entire 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 bars are the neutral bars, and the pivots have turned neutral, but the price is above the price has consolidated above the Gann HiLo. Then you can consider even BTST, you can carry this. If you would have taken position around 39 or something, considering this, by analyzing this, you could have made almost double the amount you could have made. I think it is 500 per lot, or yes, 500 per lot. 30 points means you can imagine. Okay, friends. Okay, friends, that's how you can make your decision whether this stock is fit or not. Let me change this one. Change, okay. Any stocks, let us pick. This is it negative or HDFC Bank. People are very, let me go to the daily. Just one to see whether it is fit for long position. Here, if you see, it had come up, gone down. Now it is consolidating in this region. Above the pivot, it is positive. Above the pivot, and these are the neutral bars. Even though they are buy bars, there is this choppiness in there. So the last bar is a narrow range bar. You can mark this bar and you can see for tomorrow, because this is the buy bar around the buy area. The market has consolidated, it has moved higher, the bus has moved higher, and it has consolidated within this range. Within this range, suppose if the market starts moving higher, probably this HDFC Bank can give you upward movement. Let us go to the weekly and see whether whether it is supporting. On weekly, it is below the Gann HiLo but above the pivot. This is the pivot and it is indicating a neutral bar. This is a dozy below the Gann HiLo. Trend is not, since it is consolidating below the Gann HiLo, it is a pass. Suppose if it starts moving above the 993, this whole consolidation, it will be a huge breakout. It can start moving above the 1017 because it has consolidated so much. From the month of June, it has consolidated, it has come down, and on weekly, see, if you see in this area, the pivots are here. This is the support. Exactly, it has come near this support and it has taken double bottom. It has made on weekly and it is a dozy formation over here. And till this, it was a sell bar. It has reversed and a dozy has formed. Indecision candle has formed. Any move above this, above 990, it will blast. It will, the HDFC Bank will move higher, and it is, I think, Friday, 17th October, there is a 17th October is next week, its results are there. The stock split has been, and if you go back to the previous earnings, it is positive. So considering that after the stock split, it has gone sideways. It is and it is a neutral bar. It has come out of the seller's area and it is a neutral bar, indecision bar. So indecision bar, and you mark this and you can take the trade. Like this, you can pick up certain stocks and you can keep it in your watch list. I have shown you the example. You can quarantine. You have to do it. You see, unless you do that, you are not going to. You have to put an effort. It is not a cake walkthrough. No screener will give you. Screener will help you, but screeners, lot of condition. Even if you put the conditions, lot of conditions, it will get confused. So you will not be getting proper. But I have created a screener, very simple screener. I have already shown. They are giving very good stocks. Momentum stocks will be popped up every day. They are 6%, 7% pop up will be there. But you can, if you put an effort, you can catch the stocks before the pop up. Okay, friends, thank you very much. Thank you very much. I am Nalinakshi Swamy signing off.